ASEA family. I hope you're having a great ASEA day wherever in the world you are. And today I am going to bring you an amazing tip of how to do an effective product demonstration, brought to you live from Dr. David Silverman, the king of product demonstrations, the guy who actually invented the famous 3 and 5 that has brought so many results to many people around the world. And by duplicating Dr. David Silverman, and whenever you can, meeting people in person and doing live events, this will absolutely transform the lives of many people as you demonstrate for people the power of redox signaling molecules with these effective, fun, wonderful product demonstrations. Have a great ASEA day. Let's go out and make it happen.
So hi everybody, David Silverman here. I am on the medical professionals board of the company ASEA. My background's podiatry and foot surgery. I'm getting close to ambassador triple diamond and just absolutely love this. And Trish asked me to share something that we did in Singapore at a meeting that we did recently. Because whenever I do live presentations, whether it's in a living room or a room with 50 people or 500 people, we do something that gives people an experience, because we want people to have an experience before they walk out the door. Otherwise, it's just talk, and they may believe, they may not, they may sign up, they may not. But when someone has an experience, it's no longer hearsay. It's like, wow, this works. They're never at the mercy of a negative opinion. And so since this is a training video, I'll just go ahead and use the terms, but a lot of people have things that hurt them, right? It could be their back, their neck, their knee, cramp, whatever. And since we know that we have a 90% chance of them having something incredible happen within 10 minutes, I always take my shot. If it was 50%, I probably still would take the shot. If it was 30% chance it would help, I probably wouldn't. But 90%, you take the shot, right? And then there's something we can do also, a demonstration that works on 100% of people. Now, going back to discomfort, not everybody has things that hurt, but what we did in Singapore and what we generally do is I'll say, how many guests are in the room? Could you please stand up so we can give you a round of applause? So the guests stand up. So now you've identified who are the guests that don't know this product works yet. Then I'll say, remain standing, but can you just raise your hand if you know anybody that has anything that hurts them in their body? Now, sometimes people have to think, well, I don't know anybody, but then you mention things like, it could be their neck. They sit at a computer, they're stiff in their neck. It could be in their carpal tunnel area. It could be in their knee. And I'll do a deep knee bend and I'll come up. I'll say they can't do this without saying ow. Their back or a cramp or whatever. Raise your hand if you know somebody that hurts, right? Sometimes. Most people, everybody pretty much raises their hand. So now lower your hand and let me ask you a question. Raise your hand if it's you. If you ever have anything that hurts you, anything. And people raise their hand. I'll say the people that are raising their hand, how many of you have something that hurts you right now? And on a scale of 1 to 10, it could be a 1, which is a little bit of hurt, and 10, which is just horrible. How many people have something that hurts you? Because I'm going to give you a gift right now. And so people raise their hand and say, you know what, come down here. I want everybody that's hurting to come down so I can give you the gift. So now you've identified the people who hurt. You've eliminated associates who all of a sudden want to get a free gift because they're not standing. It's just guests that are standing. And the ones that are hurting come down to get their free gift. So they come down, I line them up behind me, and I'll say, now look to your neighbor, because in 10 minutes, you're going to go sit down in a minute. In 10 minutes, you're going to come back, and I'm going to want you to line up exactly the same, okay? So they do. I say, what I want you to do is I want you to rate your discomfort. I'm going to come down the line with the microphone. You have somebody writing down names, first names, and the level of discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10. And I don't have time to hear the whole history that you were hit by a car and then you fell down the steps. Just what hurts you? What part of your body hurts? And on a scale of 1 to 10, what is it right now? Not this morning when you got up, not sometimes, at this very moment, okay? So we go down the line. Susan says, well, it's my wrist, and she starts talking too much because we don't have time. I'll just say, no, I'm sorry. Just what's the discomfort level? Just say a 3. So I'll say Susan has a 3 in her right wrist, right? Correct. We go down the line, we do that. We hand out the little sample gels of this. We take the cap off so that they can just do it quickly, and I'll say, you shake it up, and I'll demonstrate it. I'll say, here's what you're going to do. I always want to demonstrate the safety. Now, understand this is made from salt and water, and it's marketed for wrinkles because it works for wrinkles, and I'll put it on my face to show them how safe it is. Huh? But we're not going to use it for wrinkles now. We're going to do it for something that is going to shock you, because in a few minutes you're going to come back up here. And I'm not saying everybody is going to say, wow, this is incredible, but I want all of you to watch what percentage of people do say that, okay? So then I say, what you do is you shake it up. Let's say it's your neck, and it's on a scale of 1 to 10, like Susan said, it was a 5 or whatever. You're going to put it on once, okay? And I want you to do it right now while you're up here. Go ahead and put it on where it hurts, okay? And then you're going to take the tube and you're going to sit down, and you're going to put it on 3 times in 5 minutes. And I'll say, by the way, there's a video 3timesin5minutes.com that if you're ever doing this with somebody and you want them to hear a doctor saying to do it, just play it for them. All right, I'm telling the audience that. That's what you're going to do. You're going to sit down, put it on 3 times in 5 minutes. And I'll have somebody remind you to do it. So I have a timer to say reapply the second time, the third time, and then just sit and wait, right? And you can be pretty liberal with it. And then I'm going to call you back up, and I just want you to be honest, completely honest, okay? And that's what we do. And then they go and they sit down, and then I'll say, no, I want to show a demonstration that because not all the guests raise their hand. It was a guest who does not have anything hurting them, and they come down. And I say, I'm going to give you a gift. I want 2 of them to come down. I didn't do this in Singapore, but this is the best way to do this. So I'll have two people come down that are guests, and I will do a strength and balance test on them. There are different ways to do it, right? I mean, I saw a really cool one just now, Trish, which I thought was amazing. And somebody saw this in Colombia. They have the person stand, and their arms are out to the side, and they lift one leg like this. And they push down on this arm, and they fall over. Then they put the gel on the throat, a little bit on their throat, and a little bit on their neck. I'll do it for them. And you do it again. Same thing, and you push down on that arm, and they don't fall over. It's pretty amazing. And so, but one of the things is, if I'm in an audience and I'm a cynical person, I think, oh, there's some trick. So that's why I bring 2 people up. So I've got Bob and Susan, and I'll say, I just did it to Bob. Now Bob's like, wow, that's incredible. And I'll say, I want you all to see something, because, you know, it could maybe I was pushing differently, but this is so duplicatable that you can do it with anybody in your living room anywhere. So I'll say, Bob, let's do it to Susan. So Susan does it. Bob does the whole thing. And it's like, wow. And it's very, very demonstrable. It's very an experience. So meanwhile, they're putting on the gel. We bring them back up after 10 minutes, and we line them up, and we go down exactly the same way. And the scribe, the person that was writing down everything, I'll say, what was Susan's risk? A 3? What is it now? And the cool thing is, she'll go, there's a 90% chance. Now, it's not 100. Now, by the way, I'll say, not everybody has a result. It's okay, because you're just going to repeat it. I'm just doing this because I would love to say put it on 10 times in 10 minutes, but 3 times in 5 minutes is enough to get the results you're going to see. So she says, wow, it's a 0. And then everybody like claps. They're pretty amazed. I'll say, that's great. It doesn't always happen. Doesn't always go to a 0, but that's awesome. So Stuart, what was yours? A knee, and it was a 7. And if it's a knee, I have them kind of do a deep knee bend a little bit to kind of see how far they can go. And he went down, let's say he went down halfway 10 minutes ago, and it was an 8. Now he goes all the way, and it's a 2. And it's like, wow, it's pretty cool. And I'll turn around and say, hey, we're 2 for 2. It's pretty cool. Go down the line, and if the greatest thing is, it's 90%. I mean, you might hit 8 times out of 10. And if someone gets no results, don't get panicked. Just say, look, this is not something that happens for everybody immediately. But what I want you to do, like, let's say it's Joe. Joe, I'm going to give you the big tube, okay? Now, you said your back is an 8, and it's still an 8. I'm going to loan you this big tube, okay? It's a loan. I want you to go sit up there, and I want you to keep doing it, okay? And then I'm going to ask you how you're doing. And I don't know if it's going to be better, but I do know, I'm just not telling him this, I know that most people, if they do it more, even the people that had no results will have a result. They take a little bit longer, and they're putting more on. So that's how we do it, to give an experience, to demonstrate the power of the product, and not wasting this opportunity to give them an experience, because we know the drink, you can't get that kind of immediate result that high a percentage of the time. I don't think we leverage this enough because this is the wow factor that we have. It's immediate and it gives us an advantage in the marketplace. So that's what we do. So sometimes when I talk to people and I'll say, did they have any pain in their body? Did anything hurting them? They say, well, their back hurt. And I gave them a sample. And I'll say, I just want to suggest something. Don't just give them a sample. You give them a sample, number one, you don't know if they're going to use it, right? They may just put it on once instead of 3 times in 5 minutes. They may not even, they may Google it first and say, oh, I'm not doing this anyway. The only way you give, if someone's got discomfort, the only way I'm giving them a sample is let me help them right then and there. So because then they have an experience of a 90% chance that they're going to have a drop in their discomfort. They're going to be very interested now. Now you're not just talking about one of those things, one of those network marketing things, or one of those, pyramid schemes, or one of those alternative woo-woo things. You have a 90% chance that their back is going to feel better right there. You have their full attention now. If you just give the sample to somebody, then they may not even use this stuff. It happens all the time. It's I used this here. I used the sample you gave me 6 months ago. I never give samples anymore. And the only way I send somebody samples in the mail is I'll say, when you get it, I'll send it to you for your knee. But you have to call me the moment you get it. I don't want you to open it because I want to be on the phone when they do it. I want to say, what's the discomfort in your knee right now? Do a deep knee bend. What is it? It's a 7. Okay, I'm going to be with you for 10 minutes. Open it up, shake it up, put it on right now, and then you're going to put it on, repeat it in 2 minutes when I tell you, and 2 minutes later. 3 times in 5 minutes. In the 10th minute, you tell me how you feel. If you can lock someone in for 10 minutes in a living room, in a coffee shop, wherever it is, or over the phone, or you're doing it by Zoom, which is really cool to see their face, they're starting to ask you questions now. They're like, well, what is this? Why did that work? It's like, well, let me just tell you, that's the tip of the iceberg. I can take them to redox experiences. I've got their attention. So this I think is the door opener that we need to leverage, either by using it for things that hurt and also doing like strength and balance tests.
So let me ask a question. Could all the guests just stand up just for a second? All the guests, just stand up. First of all, everybody else is going to clap for you. Stand up, please. Okay. Now, stay standing. Stay standing. Raise your hand if you have anything in your body that ever hurts you. Your back, your knee, your carpal tunnel, anything. Raise your hand if anything ever hurts you. Okay. Ready? Okay. Every one of you holding your hands, keep them up if it's hurting you right now, if you feel it right now. Anything that hurts you. Okay. Could you all come down here, please, for a minute? The ones that have anything that hurts you, I'm going to give you a gift. I'm literally going to give you a gift. Okay. All right, everybody, could you just line up across the bottom of the screen, all the way across and back in one straight line? Okay, everybody down here? And this is for people that haven't done this yet, hopefully, but okay. So here's what we're going to do. Oh, thank you. Just give it to every guest, and there's some more over here. Yeah. Okay. So while they're handing out the gel, and when you get your gel, please open it up and take the little foil piece off and then put the cap back on. Everybody wants to know if this is real before they tell people. And sometimes if you're doing the drink, it could happen in a day, it could happen in 3 months. The drink can take 90 days. I'll talk about it later. But if you want validation that this is real, I don't even need this. If you want validation that this is real, please pay attention to this very carefully, okay? Really carefully what I'm going to show you. So the gel is marketed for anti-aging, okay? You guys can see the screen, I think, right? It's marketed for anti-aging. Studies were done at a lab in Germany called Dermatest. You can look it up. And these are the results using the gel. The highest rating they give a product is 5 stars. And they gave it 5 stars with 0 toxicity. Why? There's no acids in here. Why would it improve wrinkles and wrinkle depth and skin texture with no acids? Because what's it made from? Okay, thank you. What's it made from? Salt and water, right? That's what it's made from, right? So that's what it's marketed for. Okay? Do people use it for skin problems? I said, try it. We can't promise you it's going to work. Just take pictures. If it works for you, it's a coincidence, right? But here's what I ask these people up here for. This is fast. So when you get your product and you're testing the drink, take the gel and go out and try it on 10 people. This is the gel, okay? And if you found 10 people you know who are hurting, their knee, their back, their neck, like you're gonna hear here, do this. 10-minute challenge. They take 10 minutes. They're gonna put the gel on 3 times in 5 minutes. Don't do it yet, everybody. Assess your level of hurting on a scale of 1 to 10. We're gonna go down the line. It's gonna be very fast. They're gonna say what the level is that they're hurting. And apply the gel 3 times in 5 minutes when you're sitting down. And then reassess at 10 minutes, and we're just gonna ask you to stand up and just share what happened real quick. We don't have time for everybody to go into their stories. You fell down steps, you had surgery. I'm just going to go down this line, and we're going to ask every person on a scale of 1 to 10, what hurts you? And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, what's the number? And what's your name? Okay.
So it was pain
Yes.
just now, and I applied just now, and now I feel okay.
Oh, it's better.
Thank you.
Let's give her a hand. Okay, you can sit down. And you can sit down too.
My name is Mike. My finger hurts. It's a bone.
What number?
About 7.
7 fingers. Could somebody jot it down maybe or no? Okay, thanks. I'm going to do this, Trish. I know this is going to take a long time. I'm going to do it as fast as I possibly can. All right.
My name is Anthony Onwaba. 7.
Where?
Inflammation of the foot.
In the foot. Okay, 7. Tony's a
My
7.
donor, my joint and my muscle pain.
Muscle, what number?
Not 7. So.
7?
My name is Valerie.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Donor.
I'm Valerie. I have a frozen shoulder, so it's about maybe 5.
So your shoulder, when you move it, does it hurt to move it? How high can you go? It's a 5 to there, or is it increased there? Okay, when you go to there, what number is it? A 5.
five.
Okay, got it? Okay.
Lynn,
What number? Where?
both wrists.
What number?
Every day, every moment, about 7.
A 7.
It's a
7.
structure.
7, okay.
Just hurt my back, lower back.
What number?
7.
7. Everybody's got 7s in Singapore.
My name is Susan.
Oh, sorry. What's your name?
Shirley.
Shirley? Shirley. Susan?
Yes, I can just put at the level of 6. What is happening at the moment is I have this pain on my
No, not
thumbs.
your thumbs. It's a 6. Did you use it already?
Yes, I just used it.
Oh, did it
I
help?
just used it because it used to be very painful. I feel that there is a relief there.
It's already getting better.
Yes.
Okay, well, if you do it once, watch what happens to half the people that do it. If you do it 3 times in 5 minutes, watch what happens to almost everybody. Not everybody, but almost.
I'm Gabriel. Skin itchy. I'm not using it.
It's not hurting?
I'm not using it.
Is it hurting or no?
No, it's itchy.
Itching. Okay, you have itching. Well, use it for itching.
Mardia, I've got knee problem.
Knee?
6.
A 6 in the knee. You get? Okay.
I'm Misa. I have this pain here. So I think I give 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
And do you have neck problems too or no? Okay, good. Because sometimes if you hurt in the hand, you got to check the neck because it's not coming from the arm.
Edward, 5.
5? Got it. And what part of your body? Your hand? Thumb?
Ankle.
Okay, 5s. What's your name?
Edward.
Edward.
Really?
Rini?
7. My ankles are swollen.
Ankle. Okay, 7.
I'm Hira. I have pain in my ankle and it's gone.
It's gone. You already
Yeah,
put it.
it's 6 and
Yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah. How many times did you put it on?
Just once only.
Once. It's wonderful. This is pretty cool. Thank you.
I'm Christine.
Christine?
Yeah, I pain on my top of my feet.
Uh-huh.
I apply, I think, twice a day.
Yeah. Oh, so you're already using it?
Yeah, I'm
Okay. Okay, wonderful.
My name is
Yes. Skip. Okay, we're gonna run out. Okay, everybody else, just in your minds, I want you to get the number of where you are, and then everybody go back to your seats and just go do that. And if somebody could remind me to remind them to do it 3 times in 5 minutes, okay? Okay, thank you all. And then I'm gonna ask you how you're doing. Thanks, I didn't know it was gonna be so many. Okay, I've never had that many people come up before. Yeah, that's amazing. It is. I have to tell you, I have to honor the people who invited these people to come and had them come, and honor the people that just came up here and to spend their day here. Okay, so that's what you do, everybody. Shake it up. Yeah, shake it up very well, or it'll be runny. And do it 3 times in 5 minutes. And then we're going to ask you how you're doing in 10 minutes. The people who use the gel, could they stand up real quick? People that use the gel, you don't have to come back down, just stand up. If you saw something happen, please stand up. Oh, I know more if you saw something happen. I've been doing this long enough to know how many people see something happen. Okay, we don't even have the numbers here. What was hurt? Don't sit down yet, sorry. What was hurting you? Yeah. Yeah, what number was it before? And what is it now? 7 to a 0. 7 to a 0. Give her a hand. Okay? Right here. For her.
Hand. Okay. So we can add back.
What number?
About 7. So now it's about 4.
7 to a 4. That's a big decrease.
5 to 0.
5 to a 0. Fantastic.
My 5 now is about 1.
Wow. Terrific. Now,
Yeah, was 6 before.
was it 6 before?
Now better.
Awesome. Okay, it's improved. By the way, if you're not down to a 0, keep doing it. And when the tube is empty, you cut it open, you can get more out. Go ahead.
Ligaments was about 8, and now it's about 2.
8 to a 2. Awesome.
Inflammation of the feet is gone.
What number was it?
Completely gone now.
Fantastic. Thanks, Tony. Awesome.
It was 8 or 7,
And now it's
now
gone.
0.
That's fantastic.
Hi. Both wrists. It was perpetually, every day, every minute, about 7 to 8.
Yeah.
And now I put it on 3 times.
Yeah.
I think, thank you. It's so relief.
What number?
Probably 4 because the stupid thumb still
Good.
hurts.
That's wonderful. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
It was 7, and now it's about 4.
Awesome.
My leg muscle is about 7, now it comes to 3.
Wonderful.
Frozen shoulder, I had 5, and now the pain is totally gone.
Wonderful. Are you glad that Philip brought you? Are you glad that Philip brought you? Yes. Told you about this?
I got knee pain. Just now was 6. I think now it's left to 2.
Less than a 2. Wonderful.
It was 6, now 2.
A 2?
Yeah, improved.
Fantastic. 10.
I have a swollen leg. Was 7, now 0.
0. Fantastic. What I like to do, there were just too many people. This is a big crowd. When we do it, let's say I have 10 people up here, and I have them do that, and I bring them back up, and they line up the same way, and they go down the line, and they share what happened. And I kind of know what's going to happen with at least 8 of the 10, probably 9, sometimes 10. And if they don't, they sit back down, and they do it again 3 times in 5 minutes, and I say, raise your hand when you feel better, and they all raise their hands, pretty much everybody. Not everybody, so don't think it's going to work on every person. But do you know what an advantage this is for us? I'm talking to somebody who's skeptical that has a child that's sick. I can't get this product on the child. The parent controls the kid. I have to get through to the parent. If they're open-minded, great. I want to meet people where they are. If they need help with their health, I want to help them. If later they want the business, great. If they're looking for business, I want to help them. But it's very powerful to have this. And there's one other thing about this product that's fascinating. Who's a guest here that didn't have any pain? Who's a guest that didn't have any pain here? Raise your hand, no pain. Could you come up for a second? I'm going to show you something fascinating. This works on everybody. What's your name? William. Good to meet you. I'm going to show you an instant effect when you put something on your body that your body needs. Watch this. William, face me. Square up. I'm going to test your balance and your strength. Put your hand out like this. Make a fist. Put the other hand on top. Now, when you do this with people, do it at the break, right? Lock your elbows. Make sure their elbows are completely locked. They can't bend them, because I'm going to do this in a minute. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put some on his neck and his throat and do it again. Watch this, okay? Now, I'm going to push straight up. Keep your arms straight. You resist me. You ready? Right? Okay, do it again. Whenever as hard as you can. Okay. All right, watch this. Lift up a little bit. I'm going to put it right there. Forgive me. Okay. Thank God you have a neck. I wouldn't know what to do. There. Okay. Same thing. Lock your elbows. Ready? Resist. Pretty interesting, right? So if you notice when you do this, first of all, you could hurt yourself doing that because he's strong, so don't hurt yourself. You could also, I didn't do it before, but you could also do it down. Because if you go push down before, they'll come up on their toes. If you push up, they'll go up on their ankles, on their heels. But it doesn't happen after you do this. It is absolutely remarkable. Give William a hand.
Okay.
Okay, just put your feet shoulder width apart. Put your hands straight out. I want you to lock your elbows. And as I push up on your hands very gently toward the ceiling, let's just see what happens. I'm just going to push slightly, okay? See how you go to your heels and your toes come off the ground? Just doesn't take much pressure. Okay. Cup your hands. Now I'm just going to put a little pressure in your hands, very slow. And I'm going to continue to increase it. Now, see how you just want to fall into me? Just with a little bit of pressure. Okay. Put your arms straight out. Now on your own, bring them back towards me. Stay there straight. You're about a foot apart, back in the back. And I'm just going to put a little of this gel, not the size of the back of your finger, a little fingernail. Doesn't take very much. I'm going to take half that and just touch it to your neck here. Now I'm not going to touch it to your necklace because it'll deactivate the molecule. I'm just going to touch it to your skin. And I'm going to put the rest of it back here on the back of your neck. Just rub it right here. Now that quick, we've just put it on. We're going to do those same 3 exercises. Okay, put your hands straight back out. Lock your elbows. I'm going to push up again to the ceiling lightly, same like I did before. Let's see what happens. You're super strong. You're not going to your heels. You feel it, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Pick up your hands. Same pressure as before. I'm going to push down lightly. Yeah, you're starting to carry all my weight and you're staying there and not leaning into me. Okay, hands straight out and bring them back on your own toward me. Just relax. Touch your hands. You're crossing over. You came a lot farther, real quick. So it just shows you how quick it works in your body. So
now if you wash it off.
Yeah, now I want to show you, you were asking me about the water part of it. You don't want to drink water or touch it to water 4 or 5 minutes before. I'm just going to touch water here. You put it on your neck right here, right just where I rubbed it on you. And let's do the same thing again. Hands straight out, lock it. I'm just going to push up lightly, right back to your heels. You just totally take it away from you.
Destroys it.
That quick. So it just deactivates the molecules. So you have to wait 5 minutes before or after. It's important to understand, don't mix those two together.
So can I do this one?
Yeah. Same pressure as before. You're just going to fall into it. Now let's go. Put your hands straight out and come on back. And you're about a foot apart again.
That's crazy.
So,
Wow.
and it works every time.
That's amazing.
In 19, 20 months, it works. Everybody I've tried to. So it's not will it work. It does work if you put it in your body.
That's amazing.
So now I can do the same thing by taking the ASEA drink, spraying it under your tongue, or putting a few drops on your tongue. It does the same thing as the gel, the Renew 28 gel. So for people that are skeptical to say this doesn't work, you can show them. That's why I have so many physicians looking at it. You can tell them testimonials and you can look at studies and they can read them all day long. But until I touch that to them and they feel what you just felt, all of a sudden they have time to talk to you because they've never experienced anything like that. It's a good test to use just to show that it's real, and it works within milliseconds, not minutes or hours.
That's wonderful.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
You're welcome.